Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, this video right here, I'm calling it the challenge of finding intelligent women. All right, so what am I going to be talking about in this video? What am I talking about? The challenge of finding intelligent women, right? So basically, when you're a guy out here talking to women, approaching girls, you're out here going to clubs, bars, networking events, parties, whatever, wherever you go to meet women, even online, right? You're going to have to basically do most of the approaching and starting conversations because women are not going to do it, right? Now, when you become a guy who is used to going up to a lot of women, a guy who is comfortable going up to a lot of women and talking to hundreds of girls and a lot of different girls, right? What's going to happen is that you are going to start to see some sort of repetitive things going on, meaning the dialogue that you're having with a lot of these girls are going to become repetitive. And the reason why it's going to become repetitive is because, one has to also, to do with you, sort of like how you're actually starting these conversations and, steering the conversations and everything. Because what happens is a lot of times when you go up to a girl and approach her and you start, talking to her, let's say you're at a party or, at a bar or whatever, and you go up to a girl and you start having a conversation, you start it and then she's sort of following your lead within that conversation. Do you understand? The thing is that it may not seem that way, but that's what's really happening when you're actually having these conversations, because you start it and then usually a lot of times girls will sort of see what you're about and see what you're going to say and do and all this other stuff, right? But a lot of times the responses that you're getting from these women, it's going to be sort of the same type of thing and the same type of vibe, right? See, when you first approach a girl, usually most people have some sort of small talk. You understand? You go up to a girl, hey, what's up? How you doing? Oh, my name is this. My name is that. Cool. Where you from? And, have you ever been to this place before? And blah, 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 yada, 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 right? So, that gets kind of repetitive. You start to, that starts to happen, right? Then the thing is that, as you go along with the conversation, you might start flirting a little bit. You might start talking about different things. And then what happens is that while you're flirting or while you're talking about different things and different ideas, you start to see sort of where this girl's head is at, right? You start to see, what she's about, what she likes talking about and everything like that. And the thing is that, while you're doing this, while you're doing all this talking and everything, when it's revealing, how she is and what she's about, what you're basically revealing in certain situations or what you're seeing in certain situations is how, intelligent she is, how she views things, her perspective on things, right? Now, the thing is, if you're a smart guy, right? If you are an intelligent guy, if you're the type of guy who is a smart dude, you understand certain things, you see the world a certain way, you have a certain perspective on things, right? What's going to happen is that when you're having conversations with these girls, you're going to be bringing up ideas, and, you might be sharing your philosophy with her and, talking about different things, right? So now when you start doing this, and this usually happens when you actually have some time to talk to the chick. So this is like maybe a chick you're meeting at a party, meeting at an event, meeting at a bar or club, whatever, and you're having like a actual conversation. You guys are sitting there talking or whatever, right? You're going to bring up ideas and you're going to start to talk about certain things, right? Now, this is the part where you'll see if this chick is intelligent or not. You see if this chick is sort of basic or if she actually has things to say, if she actually has, her own perspective and views on things. Because a lot of times what happens is, and this is the thing, I'm talking from experience. I'm talking from, over 15 years of approaching thousands of girls and talking to thousands of girls. And it's just like, okay, yeah, all right. You know what I mean? You're going to start to get into this mode where you're starting to sort of get annoyed with the process in certain cases, because it's sort of this song and dance you're doing just to get to the point of even, closing the deal, or trying to, create a situation where you can go home with her that night, or trying to probably just get a number or whatever. So, you go through these things, right? So now you're chilling with the girl, you're talking, you're bringing up ideas and conversations and everything like that. You're flirting with her and all this other stuff. And sometimes you'll bring up an idea or a certain perspective on something. And then this is the point of the conversation where you start to see where this girl's head is at, right? So what happens is, at this point, you'll see if the chick is actually intelligent or not, or if she's just a basic chick. You feel what I'm saying? So an intelligent girl, right? Let's say you bring up some idea about something, or a talking point, or a certain topic, right? Now an intelligent chick, she's going to be mature about the situation and give her perspective. And if she's really smart, she'll probably add something that you haven't even thought about, right? Now a chick who is not intelligent, right, you're talking about a certain topic, and sometimes what happen is that she'll act immature, and she might get offended by what you're talking about. And she might even want to stop the conversation, or she'll get upset because, she doesn't agree with you. So let me give you an example. Like, let's say you're talking to a girl and you say, I'm really attracted to you. And, I think, if two people are attracted to each other, they shouldn't have to bother to play games and everything. So I'm thinking, how about, you come back to my place and we can make something happen, right? So now an intelligent chick, a chick who, is who knows how to have a conversation. Let's say, she's like, well, she'll give her perspective on it and say something like, well, I understand where you're coming from, but, I feel like I want to sort of get to know a guy a little bit because of this and because of that. And, sometimes this and sometimes that, right? Now she's just giving her perspective on it. She's giving a mature answer. You understand? And then she might say something that, that is interesting that you can go back and forth with. Now, a girl who is not intelligent, she's going to get offended by what you said. She's going to be like, what type of girl you think I am? This and this and that. And what type of hoe you think I'm a hoe? Blah, 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 and all this other stuff. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, even though she's, you're just bringing that up, she's taking offense to it. She doesn't want to, you know what I'm saying? She doesn't want to hear anything from you anymore. Now it's an issue. Instead of just being mature and knowing how to actually talk about what's actually going on in that situation. Right? You can even be talking about like a certain topic. You could say something about like, you could be like, hey, I think, it doesn't make sense for people to get married anymore. And, marriage doesn't really benefit the guy and blah, blah, blah. So like, you're just having a conversation about this stuff, right? Now, an intelligent woman, she will give her perspective on it. She will say, well, I think this and I think that. She might agree with you. She might disagree with you. But, it's an actual conversation. She's, bringing up some interesting points and all this other stuff, right? Now, the chick who's not intelligent, she's going to think, oh, what do you mean? And why would you say that? And you're misogynist and all this other craziness. So she's going to get offended. She doesn't want to talk to you anymore because of whatever the topic you brought up. And notice in both examples, when you're talking about marriage, or you're talking about like, your thoughts on people being attracted to each other and having sex when they meet or whatever, you're just bringing up the idea. You're just talking about the topic. And then the unintelligent chick, she takes it personally, and she, and then she gets upset and annoyed about what you said because she took the shit personally. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is that unfortunately, you are going to run into more chicks who are on the more, unintelligent side. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of chicks, they are sort of conditioned to respond in certain ways. Sometimes they won't even think about what they're saying. They just have this feeling, and then they just start saying shit because of the feeling. You understand? And the reason why I'm saying this is because you, as a guy who's trying to talk to women and make something happen with these girls, you're gonna run into a lot of this. And the thing is that you have to basically understand what's going on, because if you don't realize it, it's going to put a damper on your mood to really even talk to girls that much, because you're gonna feel like, damn, every time most of these girls I meet, we talk and it's just some bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? So, you end up talking to 100 girls and only between 1 and 10 of those girls are intelligent. You understand? So you're running into all these different girls who you have these repetitive, boring, cliche ass conversations. And so if you're trying to make something happen with women, it's sort of like, okay, you're going to wake up one morning, you're going to go out, you're going to be like, I know I should try to talk to some chicks, but I just don't feel like hearing the bullshit. I just don't feel like going through the nonsense. You feel what I'm saying? And the thing is, sometimes you'll talk to a chick who is, on some simple-minded stuff, and, she is fine as hell. So you're like, you know what? I'm going to still hit it. I'm going to still try to hit it. But the thing is that you're still going through, having to deal with the fact that she's simple-minded. So, let's say you're talking to this chick, she's on some unintelligent, simple-minded stuff. And, you're like, okay, I'll still try to hit it. So you go through the motions and do all this stuff to try to hit it. Or let's say you don't get to hit it. Then you go to the next girl and she's on some simple-minded shit. Then you go to the next girl and she's on some simple-minded shit. And you go to the next girl and she's on some simple-minded shit, right? Now, the thing is, there's going to be a lot of women who are probably going to hear this audio because, of the title. They're going to be like, what the fuck? The challenge of finding an intelligent woman. What do you mean? We're all intelligent. What are you talking about? Because, women, they believe that, that they're all made of sugar and spice. You feel what I'm saying? But the thing is, you as a man, you understand the reality of you having to approach women, talk to them. And, a lot of times guys, you guys talk to women about bullshit because you sit there and you pussyfoot around, you just want to smash, you want to make something happen. And you're talking to them about a whole bunch of, craziness. You're sort of creating those situations that are about nothing. And then the girl sort of goes along with it. You understand? And then, you have a dynamic of all these women out here who, don't really have, that good of a perspective on things, or that, their social skills isn't on par to where it should be, because they're not, interacting with guys who know how to challenge them. You understand? And if they do, they're so, caught up in the nonsense that they respond how a simple-minded chick would. You understand? So the thing is that, if you're trying to really make something happen with these chicks, if you're trying to make something happen with women in general, you have to be aware that it's going to be a challenge to find, the intelligent chicks. Because I know I get a lot of emails from guys who want girlfriends. They're like, oh, I just want to get a chick. I want to get a really, cool, down to earth, chick that I could call wifey. Like, guys is hitting me up saying that they want chicks like this either now or eventually. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is that you have to sort of sift through the nonsense to get to the good shit. You understand? And this is something that women complain about too. They'll be like, oh, these guys approach me and it's like, these guys don't know how to have a conversation and blah, 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 blah. Right. So this is sort of like this, the flip side. This is like the same thing for you guys, is that what's going to happen is that if you are the type of dude who's going out talking to girls, the more you talk to girls, because I know a lot of you guys still aren't going out and talking to girls as much. So what I'm telling you, right now is from experience, not only from myself, but from other guys who I know who actually go out and talk to a lot of girls and everything like that. You're going to run into a lot of girls And it's going to get sort of like repetitive and annoying and boring at times. Right? So, and the thing is that the way to actually make it not be that way is that sometimes you have to talk to girls and bring up different shit. You have to bring up conversation topics to talk about or things to talk about. That's not the average thing that most guys, try to stick to. Because a lot of times, guys will go up to women and they just ask them all this regular, oh, so what do you work? And, what's your hobbies? And blah, 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 blah. So it becomes this boring, repetitive, conversation. And, if you actually say some different things, if you actually bring up something different or try to bring up something, interesting about like current events or, talk about, something like, relations between men and women, whatever it is, right? And then it gets a dialogue going to make it more interesting. Now, once you're trying to make it more interesting in that aspect, that's when you will see if the chick is intelligent or not. You will see where her head is at. You will see if she actually has some brains, she actually knows how to think critically, or if she's just simple-minded. You understand? So I'm just telling you guys this because I want you to be prepared for when you start really going hard talking to chicks, because what's going to happen is that you're going to start to see all the nonsense that you're going to have to listen to, and sometimes you're going to have to go to different places to meet women, because you're going to notice that, certain times if you're going just into clubs or whatever, or bars and it's like more of like the younger crowd of chicks, maybe like, 21 to about like 26. You understand? Like you'll talk to these girls and it's like their conversation skills are not awesome. There's really nothing they're telling you or talking about that's interesting. And you're just like, okay, when am I going to should I just tell her to give me the number now? Should I keep talking? Should I bring up something else? Like I'm just not, I'm hitting a wall here. Like she's not giving me any feedback. She's not really saying anything interesting. And then you're going to be like, okay, it's just going to turn you off. You understand? It's going to turn you off on an intellectual level. You understand? Because the more you talk to women, you still want some sort of intellectual stimulation at a certain point, because then it just gets boring and corny and repetitive. You feel what I'm saying? So I just wanted to hit you guys with that. If you have any questions, make sure you click the link below and send me your question. Also, to make sure you brush up on your conversation skills, go to badboymembership.com and listen to my audio program, how to, step up your conversation skills. And also I have another audio on there called The Art of Picking Up Women Successfully. And, you can hear all these things so you can step up your game and everything like that. And also click the link below to get my free ebook, The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men. And I will talk to you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm out. All right, now before you click off this video, I need you to do 3 quick things. First, I need you to click the link below to send me your questions, because if you have any questions, I'll answer them in a video. 2, click the link under that to get my free ebook, The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men. Gives you 10 tips on how to attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.